Okay, so in this video we're just going to demonstrate a conventional lat pull down variation, and with this one we're going to be using the D handle attachment. So if on your program it has in the brackets D handle attached, it essentially means that you're going to be executing this variation with the D handles as opposed to just using the bar itself. Okay, so the conventional lat pull down in comparison to the 45-degree lat pull down variation essentially is just where we are sitting in a 90-degree of hip flexion. We don't have any support through the spine, so we have no chest support, we have no back support. The only support that we do have is through our thighs, which will be the input pad here. Or if you're using your regular gym, you're using a conventional lat pull down variation, you'll have your seat, and then just in front of the seat, again, you have these two pads here, which you can slide your thighs under, and then that's just going to anchor you down, and then that's going to act as a counterweight to the resistance that's trying to pull you upwards from the actual cable itself. So, like I said, we're using a D handle attached variation. So in terms of setup, and just obviously a caveat here, I do apologize for the angle of this video because currently I'm recording all these videos in my private gym because obviously the lockdown, the restrictions. So the environment that I am in at the moment is very, very tight. I'm limited with space, so I'm just having to use what is available to me. So I do apologize for what you're about to see because pretty much all that is going to be is my backside. So essentially, as you probably can see from there, we've got these two input pads, and our thighs are going to go underneath there, like so. And then from here, we're going to grab onto the D handles, and then the objective is, or the internal cue is, we want to keep the palms of our hands facing inwards. That's why we're using the D handles, because that gives us the ability to have free motion at the wrist as opposed to that fixed position from the bar. So when we're pulling with the bar, we have no motion through the wrist. We can't twist them in, we can't supinate them or anything like that. We have to keep it in that fixed position, and that can potentially cause some stress around the wrist joint itself. So with the D handles, that's going to mitigate any of that stress in the wrists. And then also we can have a better alignment in terms of getting a efficient contraction of the lats, and that is essentially what we're trying to achieve here. So grabbing onto the D handles, like I said, palms facing inwards. So this will be pronated. This is going to be a supinated position in terms of the wrists. And then the internal cue in regards to the elbows is we want to drive them down towards our hips. We don't want to drive back like this because that's going to be targeting more of the mid to upper back musculatures. We're looking at the lats, which inserts up here and originates all the way down here. So we want to drive the elbows down towards our hips. So that's going to look just like this. Down, and then elongate the lats if that is plausible, and then drive the elbows down towards the hips. So as you can see there, my elbows are not coming back like this. If you guys can see, they're driving down towards the floor and in the direction of where my hips are. And that is the conventional lat pull down.